Welcome to Gold Fever Radio.
I go straight from the bank, gassing up the tank, cranking up the radio, playing old Hank. It ain't that long.
Well, hey, welcome everybody. Once again, Wednesday, Gold Fever Radio. Wednesday, November the 15th. Can you believe that? November the 15th, 2023. What's happening in this world? Let's see. You know there's only 46 days left in this year? That I can't believe. 46 days left. What else going on? Today is National Raisin Bran Cereal Day. It's also National Spice Hermit Cookie Day. I have never in my entire life heard of a spicy hermit cookie. I've heard of like hermit crabs, but I've never heard of hermit cookies. It's also National Bundt Day. I think that's some type of cake. I'm starting to get a theme here. And it's also National Clean Out Your Refrigerator Day. Now, that all makes sense, doesn't it? So it's National all these food type days. And then you get all this food, and then you got to clean out your refrigerator. That's so. Anyways, let's see. On this day in history, what happened here? 2001 in history. Microsoft releases Xbox gaming console. 1984. Oh, Baby Faye, who received a baboon heart, dies. Well, she lived for 20 days. 1956, Elvis movie debut. And Love Me Tender, Love Me True. Let's see, born on this day, Randy Savage. He was a wrestler, 1952 to 2001. He's, I guess, apparently no longer with us. Ed Asner, he was a movie actor. 1929, 2021. He's no longer with us. I'm starting to see a theme here. Hey, if it's your birthday, happy birthday to you. And there's so many people that have birthdays, and half of them I don't even recognize. So what's going on? Let's see. Let's look in the chat room here. That's right, Trucking Nomad. Only 46 days left till the New Year's extravaganza. Let's see. Paul, hello. Mountain Man Adventures. See, I keep on to say Minute Man Adventures. Mountain Man Adventures. Richard Duke, hello. Herb Cato, you got your crevice tool. Hey, all right. It took a while, but we knew that eventually we stayed on and we would get them. So I'm glad you finally got it. Let's see. Trucking Nomad. And Josh Cooper, good evening. Terry Curry, Eric Carter, Rick Denton. Hello, Rick. Robbie's Music. I count 6 guitars. Let's see. How many you count? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I count 8 guitars and 1, 2 ukuleles, 2 little dinky guitars, a bass, and a banjo. And I've got a little one in the trailer, the RV, and I've got another one. So I've got 2 of them in the RV over there. Yeah, there's a couple of them. You know, I used to collect dry washers. Now I collect guitars. I just like guitars. Let's see. Mark W. Booty Green, covering eyes. I don't know. Okay. Patty's Adventures. Hello. James Lane. Hello from Montana. Richard Which is better, turkey dinner or searching for gold? Oh, well, that's a no give me. You can have a turkey dinner any day, but searching for gold, you got to do that while you can. Or how about searching for gold, then having a turkey dinner? Or taking a turkey sandwich with you when you go search gold? You know, I keep thinking there's a ghost underneath my chair. I keep like something keeps tapping me on the knees. And I got these knee pads for them. I keep saying that. They're sitting here. If this ghost that keeps touching me on the knees would just take these knee pads. See, Eric Carter would love to get my hands on a dime bag. Hey, I can help you with that. Let's see here. How's that? There's your dime bag. Is that what you mean? Dime bag? There's a bag. There's your dime. Let's see. What did I miss? I missed. You guys like talk of stuff there, and I don't see what you guys are saying because sometimes it disappears. Guitar. Look at that emoji guitar. Hey, that's pretty cool. Got emoji guitar. So what's happening? Let's see. So today, I got some ranting to do here. We'll get into the ranting here in a little bit. So a couple funny things. Tad Hamilton, hello there. So the guest that was supposed to be last week that didn't even show up, never heard from him. Never heard no texting or, hey, sorry I missed you or nothing. Just never heard from him. Thought how bizarre, how weird, after all the talk and yeah, I'll do it and all that thing, and then doesn't show up. And then so I had another guest kind of lined up, but he couldn't do Wednesdays because he works. But he said, let's just pre-record that interview. So I was going to do that last night. So get that already set up to do. And he doesn't show up. I'm thinking, what the hell? Man. So, but you know what? All these guests that just say they'll be here, then they never show up. Even that one guy, the LiDAR guy. We talked for back and forth for a little bit, and he says, yeah, blah, blah, I can't do it then, I can do it then. Don't hear from him anymore. So all these people that you can't count on, but through it all, thick and thin, look who's here. Ta-da! So you can count on me. So today, I took the backhoe out to the desert. Man, I've never driven that backhoe like along the highway before, only 5 miles an hour. And then, it bounces you, boom, 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 boom. So anyway, somebody just came in. So I had to drive that out there. It was like 4 miles one way and then 2 miles another way and then 2 miles another way. Anyway, so I drove it all the way out there, started bringing back some material for our New Year's extravaganza that we have at the end of every year. And it's going to be another good one. A lot of times we used to just go out in the desert and fill bucket, fill the dump trailer. Everybody just kind of pitches in and fills buckets and dump them in the dump trailer, or just fill buckets, throw them in the truck and haul them back. But this year, I'm going to have all that dirt stockpiled so you don't have to go out into the desert. So we're still going to do our, we provide breakfast and dinner, lunches on your own. And then, so it's, I think, like 3 days of digging. We got a pond we fill full of water, and then everybody will run that material through high bankers and dry washers, and then everybody shares the gold at the end. So we'll have to decide, maybe one day do a common, and then other days people on their own, or 2 days do a common and then do a split, and then the third day maybe people can just do it on their own. It's probably what we'll end up doing. But so that is planned for that. And then we got a band that comes in for New Year's, and then karaoke, and then we just have a big party. And that's New Year's. I just posted that on Facebook, so if anybody's interested in that, you guys can call that number and get in on our New Year's extravaganza. Okay, so that's that. This weekend is also my Patreon outing, channel supporters. Patreon outing is a thank you to all you channel supporters and Patreon people. So I'm going to go move some material out in the desert where people can metal detect or dry wash in a couple different spots. So we'll see how that's going to work. They're kind of calling for rain this weekend too, or Saturday maybe, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we don't know how that's going to work. And also one of these, probably Saturday night, I'll cook up some hamburgers for the people that are there too. Bucket Brigade in the wash. Bummer. That's right. We're going to do our, anyway, there's no more buckets. It'll all be here. Mike Bush, yo, Jack, I'm here too. I showed up. Well, hey, Mike, I'm glad you showed up. Eric Carter, I was meaning a dime bag guitar. He was the guitarist for, Pentor. Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm a little slow. What else did I miss up here? Did I miss anybody else? You guys sneak in here and I don't always see everything. So anyways, so I thought I was going to have this guest lined up for tonight. And of course, no guest. So it's just me once again. And of course, next week is Thanksgiving Wednesday. So I'm not sure what's going to happen Wednesday. Thanksgiving, I think I'm going to go up into the Meadview area just to go up and hang out and relax and maybe look for some gold and just adventures and just have a nice relaxing time. Remember, Thanksgiving is about just getting together with those special people in your life. Friends, you be thankful for your friends and family. We're all here for you. Oh, James, that's so kind of you. You're just so kind. So, anyways, that's all that's on my thing. Now, where's Craig that's always trying to get me to rant on stuff? So I've got a rant. I'm going to tell you how stupid people are. I shouldn't say how stupid people are. How stupid our government is. The government. That's a good one. There's a good rant there. So, remember a while back yes, Patty, Thanksgiving is on Thursday, but the show's on Wednesday, so the show will still be done on Wednesday, and then I guess Thursday I'll take off for Thanksgiving. So a while back we did a prize wheel, and somebody won the Fisher metal detector. So I sent that out. I sent it out via mail, United States Postal Service. I think that USPS could stand for something else, but they say it stands for United States Postal Service, but I'm sure we could all think of new names for that. But so I sent that out and I insured it for like $400 or whatever insurance. So the guy gets it and it's cracked. So I go to the Postal Service to see what I got to do, and they tell me that I've got to go online and fill out the claim form. Try to find it online. What a nightmare just to try to get it. They make it impossible for you to even try to find it. They don't want you to file no claim. So you pay the money for the insurance and you value what it's value. So I valued it at $400. So I finally find the form where I had to fill it out, and they tell me, what's the problem, what happened, blah, blah, blah. So I tell them that, submit the form. 2 weeks later, I get it back saying denied. And I say, what do you mean denied? The claim was denied because I didn't show proof of value. Now, wait a minute here. So if I had my grandmother's heirloom or something like that from World War I, and to me it was just valuable, it was unreplaceable, so I put a value on it of $1,200 or whatever, and I ship it and they lose it, I've got to show proof of what it's worth. Okay, so I had to dig through receipts of the metal detector when I bought it from Fisher of what I paid for it. So I got that receipt. I could appeal it. They said I had 30 days to appeal it, so I appealed it. Sent them that copy of that receipt. 2 weeks later, I get back. They said denied. Proof of purchase. I just sent you the stinking receipt showing I purchased it. What more do you want me to do? These guys are so incompetent. And then it tells me I can appeal again. What more do they want me to do? And there's no phone number to call. You wonder why people go postal all the time. These guys are the worst. Why bother insuring anything if they're not going to? Anyway, that's my rant. The USPS sucks. And you know what? The USPS sucks more than MindLab sucks. Okay. Turbo Tyler, the Patreon outing is going to be out in Vicksburg on a claim out here on one of our nearby claims out here. It's about 6 miles away, 8 miles away from here is where it's going to be from the campground. So, let's see. James says, looking to possibly buy dry washer. Thoughts on the Keen 151S or other? Personally, I didn't like the S. The difference between the 151 and the 151S, the S, they put holes in the back of your box so you can blow out air, which doesn't make any sense. You want air in the box, but you get too much air, so they open holes so you to blow them out. I don't understand that concept. But then they put bumpers on the things to hold on the thing, and the bumpers are supposedly supposed to transfer the vibration up to the box. I don't care about the vibration on the upper box. I want it on the riffles. I want it at the bottom. I want that sucker to shake back and forth. The S also has a piece of carpet underneath it that sometimes is cumbersome. Put that carpet in and then lay your tray down on top of that. I just like the regular 151. I thought that was a lot better. The only problem with the 151 that didn't have that the S has, and that's a solid plate up front. When your chute lets the little rocks fall out onto your cloth, the jagged rocks can eat away at your cloth. So I've always just put another plate up above so then rocks don't fall on my cloth. The 151 doesn't have that. The 151S, they have a solid plate up there. Oh, and they got these little pegs up there. And these little pegs are supposed to separate the dirt. Anyways, it's a decent, Keen makes a decent dry washer. They really do. The 151s, they have to use a big Honda motor. And those big Honda motors, they almost don't have enough air to push through that. It's a bigger tray. So you have a bigger area for more dirt and black sand, especially the black sands. If you get in areas where there's a lot of black sands, those riffles fill up quite fast. And then it just doesn't seem to be enough push on them Honda motors to put enough air into it. So I know a lot of people try to boost up the governor on them to put more air in. And then all you do is you blow the rods out on those machines. Let's see. Flash in your pan. Hello, Ed. And Stephen Peasley. Hello. Good evening. Excellent rant. Anyway, so that's my rant for this week is the stinking post office. I can't believe the stinking post office. And here's another stupid thing. A week before that, before all this thing started, which started, a month ago, I sent out an envelope, a priority mail envelope with a big, big bag of pay dirt that somebody had also won. I send it to them. 2 weeks later, I get it back that had the little note said undeliverable. So contact the guy and says, verify your shipping address. That's the shipping address, what was on here. So I go back to the post office and I said, I want to resend it. This is the correct address. I don't know why you guys didn't deliver it, but this is the address. She says, do you want us to resend it? I said, yes. She said, okay, that's another $13 and something. I said, why do I got to pay for it again? You should have already delivered it the first time. No, I had to repay for it to have it redelivered again because the post office probably sitting in his truck jacking off. Oh, I probably shouldn't say that. Or reading a book, a magazine or something, and he's too lazy to deliver it. or he didn't get it done that day, so he puts it in the back and takes it back with some other mail and just say, this is all undeliverable. So they send it back to me. Now, you know what? So anyway, the post office sucks. I hate the post office. I hate the post office. I hate the post office. Okay. What's Flash say? Oh, I hear that, Jack. I could rant about the US. Yes, I'm sure you do shipping out too. They're a nightmare. And try to ship out something UPS or FedEx. Look how much it costs to send something like that out. That's astronomical. So they got you by the balls. It's like, you almost got to go to the post office. And plus they got a monopoly. Think about it. The post office has a monopoly. So why are they allowed to have this monopoly when that's supposed to be illegal? How come we can't have somebody else that says we're going to start another postal service and do a delivery too to compete with the post service? Why ain't that allowed? How come they can get away with doing that? Okay. All right. That's my rant. So you guys are instigators of what you guys are sometimes. Okay. What else is happening here? So, a new segment. That's a new segment, rants. Daniel Grubby. A lot of times the problem lies in the contractors the PO hires. I sent a package. When it got there, it was empty. Yeah, that's happened before. Send out stuff, and years and years ago, I wanted to write a book. And what I wanted to do, so as I drive around my neighborhood, I would see the postal people sitting in their trucks, maybe in the back of a church parking lot or something, feet up on the thing, and they're reading a magazine. Now, I knew somebody that used to work at a post office, and they used to tell me that they would get their mail delivered too early. They would have to go back to the station, and they would put them to work. So where the one building was where they used to work at had them a room, and they could just go up to the room and spend the rest of the day just sitting there doing nothing. And then it was time to leave. They'd go back to the station and then leave. So these guys are just sitting there doing nothing. So I wanted to just start taking pictures of all these guys just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. Same way with the utility companies. How many times have you drive down and you see the guy up on the pole, one guy on the pole, and 26 guys standing there looking at him? Really? Government workers are the worst. Okay. Don G, good evening. Had the same issues over a few weeks. Cost me $20 to cancel, $75. Then it came back. The address is right. Yeah, I don't understand. I just don't understand. When people say what's wrong with America, we could just start with simple things. Here's the other thing too. I used to work for state. I used to work for the state back when I was in my earlier teens, I should say early 20s back then. So when state things, they get money from the government. So let's say every quarter they get $500,000. Well, when that is up, if they hadn't spent that money, they lose it. So what do? They just go buy stuff. You've seen a long time ago where it said U.S. Army spent $1 million in nails. They didn't need nails, but they had to spend that money or they were just going to lose it. So they buy stupid stuff that they don't need. Why can't they just roll over to keep it in their kitty? Why do they got to spend it for, and who pays for all that crap? That's what's wrong with America. Ed for president. Ed for president. Okay. All right. Let's see. You can always tell a civil servant by the length of time it takes them to blink their eyes. Every government job requires at least 5 people standing around. That's right. You can always tell those liars when they get on the, they do these press conferences. They stall, when they're reading the thing, and they got the notes in front of them. Today, President Biden ran down the road, and he felt anyways, enough of all this crap. Okay. So what's happening in the gold world? What's the stock market doing? Let's look at precious metals. Even the precious metals are down. What's up with all this crap? Let's see. I shouldn't say precious metals. Precious metals are down. Gold. What's happened in this gold? Everybody was saying gold by the end of the year is going to be at $3,000. The expert markets say, you know what? They're all full of. Gold right now is down $1. It's at 1959.20. Silver's down too at 23.45. That's all we care about, huh? Because none of us have any platinum. You remember when platinum used to be so valuable? Now it's worse than gold is. Platinum's only 906. The thing to have that makes, and it's even way down. Rhodium, $4,800. That's down too. But what the hell is up? Crude oil, 76.20. Okay. So, self-standing shovel. That's right. 5 is less than the OSHA requirement. You know, I can understand, somebody should hold the ladder, or somebody should be there in case you fall, or, in case you need help, or throw me up a screwdriver, type thing, or something like that. But not 15 people. I mean, that's kind of getting a little ridiculous. Okay. And what else is the worst? How many times you guys go shopping? Look at stores like Walmart now. There's another whole rant and rave that we could get into. You go shopping at Walmart, everything's self-checkout now. But yet, after self-checkout, you got the people at the checkouts to help you in case you have a problem. You got people standing at the doors watching you. You got people checking your receipts. Why can't they just put those people into the checkout thing? And then if you miss anything, you're scanning it, and did that beep? That's not my job to understand if something beeps or not beeps or whatever. It's scanned into the back. Oh, sir, that didn't scan. Well, do your freaking job then. Okay. It says, I refuse to use self-checkout. Yeah, I understand. But what's funny, though, you go in there, if you go to the regular checkout line, sometimes those lines are so goddamn long. And that's why they're forcing everybody to do self-checkout, which I just don't understand it. Prices go up. And there's another stupid rant. Look at these people protesting working at McDonald's. Do you know what McDonald's is paying? I saw a sign, McDonald's paying $18.50 an hour? Are you insane? $18.50 an hour? And then you wonder why a Big Mac costs you freaking $12 now? They don't realize that they got to pay more there. Well, they're going to jack the price up of that. They jack the price up of that. So guess what? It suffers down the road. So everybody suffers all the way up the chain. Let's bump up. And another one. How come when you're driving down the highway and you see like Love's truck stop, and for diesel fuel at Love's, it might say $5.65. So I don't understand this. So $5.65 at Love's truck stop. Right across the street might be a Circle K, and it's $4.09. $1 something different. Why? Why do they got to screw the truck drivers for? They're the ones delivering the stuff. It should be cheaper. Why do they got to screw the truck drivers? Because then that truck drivers got to screw them, and then they got to screw them, then they got to screw them. And in the end, we're the ones that get screwed. Okay. Soon those fast food places will have robots and cashiers. Probably all them fast foods are going to end up going out of business pretty soon because they just won't be able to make it. It'll just be too high. It'll only be, you're right, robots. It'll only be one person. Somebody told me they went in McDonald's the other day and there's no cashiers like anymore. Everything's automatic. You go to the kiosk, punch your things in, or you get on your app before you go in, order your food, you go in and pick it up. There's nobody taking your orders anymore. Fill the cart with frozen food, then just leave it. That's right. I heard Walmart's giving away free turkeys. All you got to do is outrun security. You got it. Just go in with 10 of your buddies and say, we're all taking turkeys out. And you all just leave. They ain't going to catch all 10 of you, and they're not supposed to chase you anymore anyway. It's under $1,000 anyway, so nothing's going to happen to you. What a deal. Let's see. In the 70s, a Big Mac used to taste good. It did. And I remember as a kid going to McDonald's, and this is no shit. I remember going to McDonald's, and I could actually buy 10 hamburgers for $1. They were a dime a piece. And people would say, like, you can't eat 10 hamburgers. Yeah, well, they're just little dinky hamburgers, but still, they were only a dime. Look at them now. Oh, my God. There is no 99-cent menu anymore. There's no 99-cent stores. I want to know why they still call themselves 99-cent stores. That's a lie in itself. They're not 99 cents. They should change their names. So that's false advertising. We should all sue them for false advertising. Okay. Yeah, I try to stay away from fast foods now because it's just ridiculous. Let's see. Richard says, I can tell you are a Gen X person like me. We get pissed off for screwing things up compared to the way we grew up. Yeah, we used to we grew up when life was good. We bitched about our lives a lot of times, but we actually, when you look back at it, I remember even where I grew up, there were songs. I remember like that Olivia Newton-John song, that Let's Get Physical. That was banned on the air. They couldn't even play that on the air. Look now. Look what they play now on the air and what they get away with. Free speech. Oh, free speech only counts if it's in their favor. If it's not in their favor, it's not free speech. It's anyways. Hey, how do we get off this subject? Let's talk about gold. Where's these dry washer talks at? We were talking dry washers. So let's see. Who's finding any gold? Look at the gold I got here. I got all this in Meadview and McLean. I showed you guys this before. This is my nuggets. I don't think you can see that. It keeps rotating. But there's a lot of gold in there. There's a lot of gold in there. We're going to give that away. Probably next month we'll have another will or something. Prize will. I'm going to give away all that gold. Hopefully I go to Meadview this week and I can find me some more gold. General dollar should be $5 general. That's right, because they ain't a dollar anymore. Another false advertising, huh? I always thought I was Gen X, but I guess I was born too soon. I guess I'm a boomer, but boomers act so old. How do you classify Gen X? What was the time frames of Gen X and baby boomers and all of that? Cheers, everybody. Yes, it is NA. I've been watching TV shows lately, old stuff. So I've been watching these old game shows, like the game show that, oh hell, I forget the name of it now. Not The Price is Right. That I don't even want to get started on that. Anyways, it's where they fill in the blanks. What's the name of that game show where they fill in the blanks? Where it says, Uncle Festus said, and then they have the people, Richard Dawson and all these guys. They fill in the blanks of these shows. Anyway, so I've been kind of watching that show lately. And, they're on there, they're kissing each other. They're slapping each other on the ass. They're smoking. The other day I was watching it, and he takes Gene's as his name, took a drink of that other girl's thing and said, whoa, what's in this? And the other guy says, oh, it's special stuff from Russia. They're drinking on the show and stuff, and I guess that was all allowed back then, smoking and drinking. And now, you couldn't even wipe your butt back in those days either. You could smoke and drink, but you couldn't wipe your butt on TV or wear a bra or anything like. Look at them now. This generation is out of control. Okay. Boomers were after war babies. Well, when was the war then? Okay, so we talking what? The war of 42? Match Game. Thank you, Steve. Match Game. Yes, that's the one. Match Game. So I just binge watch Match Game. Jack, is that Mind Lab gold in the bottle? Herb, I ain't answering that. Uh, where did I see that at? Okay, they say from 1965 to 1980. So so is that the baby boomers from 65 to 1980? Is baby boomers? Boomers were after the war. So after the war would have been what in the 42, right? Is that the war? So 42 on is a baby boomer. What's the years on that? Most peeps are X like Tucker. Dan Harmon. Hello, Dan. Uh, what is the cutoff? What is it? So actually, I guess what I'm trying to say is, what am I? Am I a baby boomer or am I Gen X? I don't know. I don't know what I am. 45. Those dates were for Gen X. So Gen X is from 65 to 80 is a Gen X. Is that right, Ed? If you're born between 65 and 1980, you're Gen X. No, you're a boomer. You guys are confusing me. Till 62 or so is boomer. 62 what? 1962? Boomer years 1946 to 1964. Well, then I'm in a boomer year. Then I'm a baby boomer, I guess, apparently then. Because I was born between 1946 and 1964. So that makes me a freaking baby boomer. I don't want to be a baby boomer. Oh, that's because, oh, no, I was going to say that's because all the fathers came back from the war and they were all so horny, they all just made babies. Is that what happened? And that's why there's baby boomers? Is that the way it is? Okay. All right, Ed, you're baby boomer too. We'll just be baby boomers then. Okay. So we're talking about gold. Who's got any good gold stories? Who's been finding gold? How much gold you got? What's the biggest piece of gold you have found in your whole life? They came back from military. Tell me some gold stories. Be sure to mark your calendar. Jack is going to be my special guest on Tuesday Night Hangout Live, December the 12th, starting at 8. Yes, Ed, send me make sure you send me messages on that so I don't flash that out. Tuesday Night Hangout with Ed, December the 12th. Oh, yeah, we'll have fun. We'll get Ed going on that one, huh? We'll get Ed going about some rant and shit, crap stuff. Okay. Randy's Treasures Adventures. Boomers. I guess a lot of us are then probably boomers, huh? Okay. So we thank you, Ed. So we ranted a lot about all of that. We should be talking about gold prospecting or treasure hunting. You guys, a lot of you know I went up in the superstitions. Steve was up there too, huh, Steve? Up on the 2 on Salome claim, nothing today. Gold. All right. The backhole's out there, Steve. Backhole's already out there. I've already filled 2 loads of dirt material and brought them back. Go up there tomorrow and I'm going to fill some more dump trailer. I got a dump trailer. I just keep hauling dirt back into camp from out there in the desert. Yeah, I got sidetracked now what I was going to say. But anyway, so we were talking gold. Tell us about the gold ledge that Willie Shiny Gold found in the Gold Canyon. There ain't no gold he found in no Gold Canyon. Don't get me started on that. You're a troublemaker, trucking nomad. You ever have a push on Salome claim? No, we are going out on the claims up here in Vicksburg. We're doing that. My biggest piece was either fly poop size or grain or sand size. Depends where you're at. There's a lot of merit in rants. Okay. You already heard all that story anyway about the gold. So that was Gold Mountain. There's a place. There is no gold in Arizona. That's right. No gold in Arizona. So all you guys go to Nevada, California, because there is no gold in Arizona. I found a patch on my last half day that I need to get back and work it. Randy's trick. So I went out a few days ago out to out area here. A long time ago, well, quite a few years ago, some guys showed me some gold coins that they found metal detecting, and so it's always intrigued me about these gold coins. So I went out there a few days ago, and it's near this old ghost town of Winchester. The ghost town, there's really nothing left. It's just basically it was the mine and a lot of little foundations, a few buildings have fallen down in that. But I filmed that. Metal detected around, and there's since there's so much trash, I took that piece of shit manticore out there because I figured, since it has the 2D screen on it, it would help me try to decipher, get rid of some of that trash. Nope, doesn't help it. I did everything possible. It still picks up all that trash. So I need to go back out there with the Equinox, because the Equinox, I think I can notch some of that out. But anyway, so I went out there and looked for some of them gold coins. I didn't find it. The coolest thing I found was a belt buckle, I think. But anyway, so I did that. And then week before that, we were up in the Superstitions. They had that treasure hunters rendezvous up there, a Dutch hunters rendezvous. And that was the first time I got to go up to that. And that was interesting. So I filmed some of that. So those are some of the next few videos that will come out. I think this Sunday's one is the one from out here, metal detecting with that piece of crap machine, and then the old ghost town of Winchester. And probably the following one will be of the ghost up there at Superstitions. How do you like the Manticore compared to the Nox? Ed, personally, I think the Nox is a lot better machine than that Manticore. I really thought the Manticore would be good because of that 2D screen, which is, cool in itself. But for the price of that Manticore, I think I would buy the Nox 900. I have the Nox 800, and I think that's a kick-ass machine. The first time I used that, and I've said this story before, but the first time I used that Manticore was took it to Utah, because when I go visit my parents out in Utah, I always just took my Equinox, and I like to hunt these old parks along the way. I'll stop in the parks and metal detect them. And I can go in the park with my Equinox, and I don't know the exact numbering system, so don't quote me on numbers. But if it's a quarter, it'll say like 82, 83, 82, 83. And I dig it up, and it's basically what it is. The numbers that are kind of bouncing all over the place generally are trash, and it can't decipher what it is. And so I tend to stay away from those. But the Equinox pretty well is true right on. A dime will be a dime, a quarter will be a quarter, and et cetera, et cetera. So I took that Manticore last time I went, and I'm in this old park that was clear back in the early 1900s, and I get this signal that's like it's saying, 42, 42, 42, whatever. I dig it. It's a freaking pull tab. I say, come on. Then I get another signal bouncing all over, 82, 46, 35, 39. And so I dig it's a freaking quarter. You would think it would be more accurate, but it's not. The Equinox I thought was a lot better machine than that Manticore. So I'm not sure the Manticore, if I'm doing something wrong. When I took it out just the other day out here, you can bring down the gray, which is your ferrous material. I brought that all the way down almost to the bar, as far as you could take it, to knock out everything above that trash. It still reads it all. It doesn't get rid of it. So I don't understand that. So anyways, I'm not happy with it. I always say that it's up for adoption. It's a lot of money to pay for a piece of crap machine when I think it'd be better off spent buying the Equinox 900, which again, why do they bother? Why not just put an update on the 800? They come out with the 700. Why didn't they just put an update on the 600? But no, they want to sell another machine, so they make another one just like it and add a couple more features to it. Anyways, good old Mind Lab. Good old Mind Lab. Okay. Let's see. The 900 comes with 2 coils. The Manticore doesn't, because ML wants to bleed their users. That's right. They're coming out with the larger coil for the Manticore and the smaller one for the Manticore. And yeah, be another outrageous crap. Keep buttoning them up, Jack. You'll get a dealership yet. You know what? I keep trying, man. But anyways, that's one thing you can always count on. I'll never steer you wrong. I'll tell you the way it is. If it's shit, I'll tell you if it's shit. Now, this might just be my opinion, which a lot of it all is my opinion. So never get me wrong. All that I say is just my opinion. But if it's crap, I'll tell you it's crap, in my opinion. If it's good, I'll tell you it's good. Okay. Let's see. Rose is an upcoming star, Jack. You should have her as a guest. Rose. Rose who? Terry. I'm not sure who Rose is. Rocky Mountain Prospector. Hello, Rocky Mountain Prospector. Let's see. She is going to come back more often as a co-host. That's what I need. I need a co-host, Ed. I need somebody, to feed off from. Someday I gotta find me a co-host. That's what I gotta do. I need a co-host. Let's see. Jack, let's see. Oh, Rose used to be one of my regular co-hosts. What happened? Lisa left the ship. Lisa went back to New Jersey, where she was from. She doesn't want to be out here no more. So she went back there. She's gone. Parted ways. Actually, parted ways a long time ago. But anyway, so she's gone. So, anyways, when are you getting a Mind Lab tattoo? Herb, I thought about getting a Mind Lab tattoo right on my freaking ass. How's that? And the Mind Lab, L-A-B, let's see, so don't do it. Shame on you. Okay, so nothing to be sorry for, Ed. It's all good, buddy. It's all good. Life is good. So anyways, guys, we ranted. Man, look at this. We ranted 50 minutes of ranting. Oh, you guys, I can't believe that you guys. You guys are so you guys get me ranting so easy. What have I even got to show anybody? I don't even got to show anything. So we're going out in the desert. It's supposed to rain. Hopefully we won't get much rain. We won't get any monsoons or nothing like that there. But so we're going to go out to the desert, play this weekend. That's what's on my agenda. And outside of that, let's see. I know Cochise County is mostly silver and copper bearing, but also has some gold. Has anyone had any luck down there? Cochise. How far down is Cochise? Cochise, is that down? How far down is that? Bisbee or is that Tucson? How far down are we going down there? Dennis Hedrick. Commercial. Oh, Paul, thank you. Paul, I forgot. Man, I get rant and I forget about my commercials of paying people. They got to pay. Somebody has to pay for this thing. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
ICMJ, the International California Mining Journal, was first published in 1931, 93 years old this year. Since our first issue, our goal has remained the same, and that is to provide miners with a voice, a marketplace for their goods and services, and to offer expert advice and tips from our knowledgeable writers, miners, geologists, all in the field. We still offer our 12 and 24-month print subscriptions, but keeping up with the times and with our reader requests, the digital online subscription option allows for a simple and gorgeous reading experience using your preferred technology, your phone, your tablet, or computer. Sign up for our print, online, or both print and online at www.icmj.com or call us at 831-479-1500. For our advertising services, both display advertising and classifieds, select the Miners Market section or call us. Happy prospecting.
Man, sometimes we just get carried away, and I forget about playing any type of commercial, huh? Since we're having, let's see, which one have I got to play? I got to play this one. Since we have our extravaganza coming up at the end of the year, we better do this.
Well, hi, this is Tom Bodett. I'm proud to be part of the Gold Fever radio program, and, well, you should too. We always get out and find a little bit of gold. Sometimes it's a lot, well, sometimes it's just a little. But all in all, we have a lot of fun. Come join us for one of our Gold Fever extravaganzas. You'll be glad you did. So until next time, I hope you get out and find a lot of gold. And remember, I'll keep a light on for you.
All right, that's what's happening on my neck of the woods. Okay, so let's see, Bisbee down in that area. There's gold down there. Tombstone and all that. They were killing each other for the gold down in those areas. But yes, there is gold down there. I think GPA got some claims down in them areas. But there is gold in them dar hills. Dang, so many commercials, just like TV. God, can you believe it? Frickin' TV, God, so many commercials. Can you believe everything's a commercial? Can you ever watch a football game and says, this touchdown is brought to you by State Farm. This interception is brought to you by Geico. Everything's a commercial. We'll be right back after this commercial. And they're 20 minutes long commercials. Okay. See, do you worry about catching valley fever while dry washing jack? I don't, Ed. I've never used a mask. Sometimes I have used masks before, but generally I never use a mask. They restrict the airflow. You can't breathe. They do give you black boogers. I do get a lot of black boogers, and sometimes I have sucked in that dust so bad that it actually makes you puke. But no. They say if you live in Arizona, more than X amount of years, 3 years, 5 years, that more than likely you have valley fever already. But it's a spore that's in your body, but whether it actually manifests itself or not or comes out is different. But it can just stay dormant inside of you. So, because we have so much dust out here in this area in Arizona, the blowing dust, because it's all desert, so there's dust blowing all over. So everybody's always sucking in this good. I worry more about if you're like in washes and they have all these rat's nests, and you can tell a rat's nest because they bring all these cholla cactuses to build up the mounds of their rat's nest. And if you're playing around those and all their crap, their little rat ship, you can get that hantavirus or whatever they call that stuff. That would be bad to have. So if I was to play around that stuff, I'd probably want to wear gloves and maybe a mask, because I'd worry about catching that disease. But valley fever, they'll just give you a shot and send you on your way. But that's that. Oh, already had it. Yeah. Hey, you going to talk about your trip to the superstitions? I kind of did talk about that a little bit, Mike. The video will be coming out in a couple of weeks on that. There was just, some guest speakers came and talked about the Dutch hunters, some of these people that wrote books where they think that they have found where the Lost Dutchman's mine is. I was up there at a place called Don's Camp, took the tour of Don's Camp, and, we were out there and hearing the stories about little people and stuff like that, and giants. And so it was kind of interesting. There's a guy going, on the video talking about the little people and the superstitions. He was supposed to be the guest last week, but anyways. So diamond commercial, Dennis Palm. Let's see. Natives are humane to valley fever for the most part. Dangerous to out-of-state people, Richard says. So that could be true. People are just coming into, the state. But everybody comes into the state sooner or later anyways. A lot of people are winter visitors. They just come in and they leave. So, but anyways, that's what I've heard anyways, that if you live in Arizona, you've already got it. It's like I said, it's just in your body. Maybe that's why sometimes I can't breathe good. I huff and puff because I got valley fever. I don't know. Valley fever is kind of like uh, pneumonia. They used to treat, I've known somebody that had valley fever once and he almost died. Actually, I lost a dog from valley fever once, and I lost another dog. They caught it in time, but the dogs had valley fever. They get it real easy. But so I knew this guy that almost died from valley fever because they were treating him for pneumonia, and it wasn't pneumonia; it was actually valley fever. So, but a lot of times, if you go to the doctors now in Arizona, they test you for valley fever. That's just almost a gimme. Okay. So, anyways, that's all I've got to rant about, guys. That's it in a nutshell. That's another Wednesday down in the drain, they would say. Down in the drain. So we'll get out and we'll do it some more. So get out, find some gold. Let me find my end here. Let's see, I got an end here someplace. I just got to find where my ending is. My ending is right there. So anyways, hey, I want to thank you guys coming along, sharing on these adventures. Get out, create your own adventures. Remember, life is an adventure. So get out, find some gold, everybody. You guys all have a fantastic week. Thanks for hanging, everybody. Thanks for listening to my rants. Thanks for encouraging my rants. Hey, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I appreciate all of your guys' support. I saw that I hit the 11,000 mark on the subscriber list whenever that was. So, hey, thank you to all my subscribers and all you guys. I appreciate all you guys. You guys all take care. Have a fantastic week. And until we meet again, see you guys. Goodbye.